stag croaking that way. I've got another one down in the basin down here, then I've got one just here behind me. They're not making a whole bunch of noise, but they are responding. So let's see if we can get a response from him, because I'm pretty sure he is literally just in there. There he is now. He's real deep and throaty. There you go. There's actually two in there. That's two responding. Now that area is a fallow hotspot. So mainly, like I generally see a lot of does that come out and feed. So I'm gonna have to try and stick my nose in there and try not to spook anything on the way in there. I think. Let's see how we go. Right, there's two spike. As I told you, this would be a freaking fallow hotspot. But now I've got two stags croaking at the moment. One to the left of them and one down in the valley. One down in there somewhere. So let's see what we can do. I was just literally within 30 metres of the biggest fallow I have seen to date. I'm talking whopping big palms, like this wide by this long, points going everywhere. I just wanted to sneak a little bit closer and then dropped into this gully here and hang on. So a fox just walked past me at about 50 metres. Anyway, I just wanted to get that little bit closer and I was nearly in camera view and everything of that of him. Dropped into this. Actually, it's a stag. It's a fallow. It's just a doe. I'll spin it around in a second and show you. But what I was saying is I just dropped into this valley and the minute I dropped into just this little sort of dip, I could instantly feel the wind change and it just went straight to him and off he went. Like, this thing was an absolute giant. To say I'm devastated is an understatement. I haven't seen one this big here before. Anyway, let's just see how it goes. I know there's another couple big ones here, but he should hopefully come back. I hope. It's supposed to rain today, so it'll wash any of my scent away, and I don't think he'll go too far. It didn't sound like he ran a ridiculous amount, but I'm not going to go chasing him. But, I was in bow range. The whole time I was in bow range, but he just did not want to move. He was just happy to stay at his little mob of trees and sit there and croak his head off. Anyway, good start to the trip. Would have been better if I got him. this little clear patch. Hit him, hit him, hit him, hit him, hit him. I've got deer all around us. Go down, go down. That's a good shot. That's a good shot. I've got deer everywhere. Nothing like being honked by a sambar. I'm going to go and check this arrow, but I'm pretty confident it was a good shot. It sounded good. Might have been a little bit back, maybe. It was a bit of a quarter and away angle. I'm going to go and check this arrow. This will tell me everything. Oh, I don't know. Looked like I might hit him a bit far back. There's no initial blood. We're not going to find him. No. Righto, so when I thought, initial thoughts, I thought I hit him a bit far back, but that quarter and away shot, like, I knew it sounded good, and there is blood everywhere here. So I reckon him being quartered away and I was on that sort of steep downhill, by the looks of it, I could have possibly clipped his heart. Because there is blood everywhere. Like, absolutely everywhere. I don't reckon he's going to be too far. He might be just down here somewhere. Oh, look at that. Just leaves covered in it. Let's go try and find him. Rut's definitely over. Got two stags hanging out with each other. And friggin' got one here in front of me. But I got cattle here on the fence line. How the fuck am I Right, so basically this same situation happened to us last year. We got in the ute to drive down to the spot that we wanted to go to, and sure enough we drive, what, 50 metres from camp, and here's a whole mob of deer right in front of us. So he's holding a really good stag, like a real good one, but he had about 5 or 6 does that were sort of behind him. He was at the front of the pack heading towards the forest, so there was no chance I was getting a stalk on him. Like, he was pretty good, pretty handy. But then I had the only 4 cattle in this paddock, the only 4 of them standing on the fence line, and it made it nothing but a challenge. Like, I had another stag come and jump the fence, and I was like, it just had 2 stags in front of me, and I was like, how the hell am I going to do this? So started to head down the fence line, used the fences as a backdrop so that anything that I tried to catch my outline, there was too many lines going on there and they wouldn't have been able to see me. So I got to, it was a pretty big stalk, I'd say at least a 200 metre stalk, and in an open paddock. So I got to at least, I think it was 50, and the cattle sort of were a bit iffy, and they were like only 10 metres beside me, and they sort of trotted off, and I was thinking, oh, this is unreal, they're going to go into the forest, because they were nosing into the forest. But as they trotted off, he went with them. The one stag I was chasing went with them, and he pushed out to about 70, I think it was, and then I ended up having to gain another 20 and try and get into the one tree that was producing shade in the middle, like in the open. So as I got another 20 on, the cattle were looking at me. I was in full sun, cattle snorted and went to go run off, and then it was all over. He put his head up, seen me, caught me in full sun, and that was it. He was at 50 broadside. I don't shoot 50, I don't shoot it. I only shoot 30, a little bit over 30, and that's it. But anyway, that's the first morning of our second trip up here for the rut. But they're not rutting anymore. We're getting a few croaks here and there, but I reckon it's just a couple young ones having a crack. That's all it is. There's just nothing going on. Nice cold morning, 3 degrees this morning. They should have been going off, but it's dead silent. Nothing going on. Anyway, we're about to go off into another part that holds a few deer, a few pigs, so let's see what we can find. So that is another blown stalk for the weekend. We had what we thought was one sambar spiker, not spiker. He was starting to develop his 3 points. He was laid up behind like a bit of a gum tree there and laid up facing towards us. I was like, I thought we had him, like, once I got up on top of this ridge just here behind me, like just up a tiny little bit, he couldn't see me. So I was like, yeah, well, I'm going to go right down into that creek area, and he would have been 30 away, and I would have just waited for him to stand. But we didn't see the other one that was up above me, and he sort of, like just up here, he just sort of come out of nowhere and threw a spanner in the works, because he was dead in line with me the whole entire time. They were only young, so they were pretty dumb. Well, not dumb, they didn't honk, they didn't stamp, they just sort of were wary. They knew there was something up, but they didn't alert anyone. But it wasn't until I started to creep down into that gully where I wanted to get, and that's when my scent, because the wind's going across and then down that gully, picked up my scent and spooked another one that we didn't see down further here, and he took off, and then he took all the other 2 with him. So that is the challenges of this place, is the wind, the gullies, the fingers, and cattle. Cattle are my pet hate right now, absolute pet hate. But that was a really good chance. Like, I was at 70 off him, but if I really wanted to get to at least 50, and I would have had a shot. They're a lot bigger. They are a lot bigger than your fallow and all that sort of stuff. They're a pretty big bodied animal, so I feel pretty confident trying to shoot one at 50. And I was shooting my bow yesterday at 50, and I was hitting money. So yeah, now we're just gonna continue walking where they just ran off to, and hopefully they've either pulled up or we're just going to get back on the road and go pack up camp. It's going to finish our hunt this weekend. So let's keep walking and see what happens for the next hour or 2. Rightio guys, here he is. So I first saw this fella on Thursday afternoon when I got here, and I knew he was big, and I've been chasing him ever since. It is now Monday afternoon. I'd come here every day chasing his croaks, and he'd croak every morning and a little bit every night, and finally he came into a few doe calls. He didn't come running in, but he sort of outskirted me and caught him. I didn't hit him with the bow. I opted for the rifle. It was a little bit dark, too dark for the bow, and he was out a little bit far, and he wasn't going to come in any closer. But I got him, and he's amazing. The colours on him are perfect. He's got massive big scarring up his necks, broken tines already. He's just a brute. For out here he is. So I'm now going to cape him out and walk back to camp. Righto, so I thought I might throw this in the mix because it interests some people. Others you can tune out for the moment if you want to. But I'm going to talk about the equipment that I run for my deer hunting. Pigs, goats, everything like that. So this is my rifle. It's a Weatherby Vanguard S2, chambered in 308. It's a heavy gun, but by far the best gun I've ever owned. Its caliber is knocks over sambar deer and red deer and everything like that. It is the best chamber by far, I reckon. And you can get these bullets anywhere because they're a military grade bullet, so you can get them anywhere, any shop. Never have to struggle to find them or anything like that. But I'm also running a Thrive HD by Zerotech in 2.5 to 15 by 50 with non-adjustable turrets. I don't like that stuff. I've got it zeroed in at 150, and it's shoot right up to 300 meters without me having to adjust anything. But it is the perfect scope. Low magnification, because you don't need that high magnification. You get wobbly and everything like that. I love it. I've shot deer out to 350 with it and everything like that. So perfect scope, perfect gun, everything like that. Now the bullet I'm running is a 135 ADI Sierra hollow point, and it shoots unbelievable. Like I can bundle 5 bullets up nearly in the exact same hole, and the damage that a hollow point does is ridiculous. Like it puts sambar in their place sometimes. So I'm absolutely stoked with them, and my gun loves them. Just shoots them so well. Less kick, not as much kick or anything like that. You don't need a big heavy bullet. It's all about your shot placement. So the 135 is perfect. Other than that, it's just pretty stock standard. I don't run a bipod. I shoot off a bag. I'm starting to do that. I used to run a bipod, but shooting off a bag, you get so much more comfortable. It's not digging into your shoulders or anything like that, but it is probably the ideal weapon, I reckon. Ideal gun, set up the way I want it. Other people have their own opinions, but this is my gun that I use, and it does everything that I need it to do. So that's it. That's my rig rundown. Let me know in the comments what you run and everything like that. It'd be interesting to see what people use what caliber for and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, comment below and let's have a chat about guns.